Hey guys, so I'm going to keep this video quite short and sweet today. This is an update on my mission to minimal. I have been filming and shooting with my Sony a7C range cameras, love them, and I've resisted the urge to purchase any new gear for the last 8 months, so far so good. But I caved in and I made a purchase the other day, so I failed. Kind of. It was actually a pre-order. I pre-ordered this. The Ricoh GR3 Street Edition. I actually never thought this camera would come. So when it actually appeared and I got the call from my trusty mates down at the camera store, I was ecstatic. I ran down and I was like, wow, I've not bought any new gear this year. This will be so exciting. This is the much hyped Ricoh GR3. It is the not equivalent, but comparable to the Fuji. It's a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor, so it's bigger than those little stacked sensor cameras like the ZV-1 and the Canon G7X Mark III. It's not quite as big as a full frame, but it does produce amazing results with this tiny camera, this full frame, this APS-C body in this kind of 28mm f2.8 lens. It produces amazing comparable to full frame, I feel, compared to my old A7C Mark I, that 24 megapixel. So really quickly, what's so good about this? I've got too many cameras now. I've got three. I've got 4 cameras. APS-C, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, crisp images from this. And the film simulations on this are absolutely cool. They're the greatest, most beautiful simulations that you can get, with customization for the tones, highlights, shadows, contrast, and some other things I've not seen in camera bodies. Like, for example, they have here, we can tweak the... In the negative, we can tweak... Come on now, let's get in it. We've got tweaking of saturation, hue, low key, high key, contrast, contrast highlight, contrast shadow, sharpness, shading, clarity, and just general awesomeness. And the lens comes out really fast, so I'm really happy with that. So the things that it doesn't do so well are the battery, yes, we know that, and the focus is dated, yes, but I do something where I click, I turn it on, and then I press the screen to take a photo, and as long as you're quite direct, you don't kind of slam it in there, but as long as you're pressing and focusing quite carefully, you can actually get some fairly fast focusing from this camera. The snap focus is also a cool feature. I don't necessarily have to use the snap focus that much because I can just touch the screen, but that is an option there as well, which is very cool. The other things that I've added here, I actually removed this and I put on the black ring, but I kept it, it's an original tack to show you. I like it more black and stealthy because I don't want people to be kind of drawn, or I don't want to garner their attention when I'm trying to take a photo in the street, because I do enjoy taking photos, those candid photos in the street or on my walkabouts in my urban exploration. And honestly, this takes really, really great pictures. It's not as expensive as the Fuji. Like, it was the original price of like the old school Fuji X100s before they got on the hype train and all the TikTokers and YouTubers kind of overhyped the camera to buggery. So the price of this is actually quite good, and the waiting time isn't as bad as the Fuji, at least for me here in Singapore. So yeah, really quickly, great little camera, really fits in my pocket, very fast to turn on, look at that. 28mm sharp lens, and I actually love the results. I've been taking photos like these here. So yeah, what can I say? I'm really happy with this camera. I didn't expect it to be coming, but it came, and now I've got this camera that's rekindled my passion for shooting almost every day. And that's really important for me, because when I'm doing this hobby, separate from my professional career, which is actually filming and directing and all these kind of things, I want to be able to have a camera that I can actually just take with me and have some fun. I don't need to take a ginormous camera with a super long zoom lens and all of these kind of massive primes which produce beautiful renderings of bokeh and sharpness and all these other kind of things, but I don't want something so big. This is smaller than my iPhone and it fits in my hand. That is a tiny camera. So yeah, if you're looking for something that produces great image quality, I recommend you to try it out and have a look, because the fixed focal length might not be for you, but considering I always shoot primes, it felt perfectly at home for me. And also, it felt perfectly at home because I absolutely love the Leica Q, the original one. I just can't afford it because it just costs way too much to repair, and it's a little bit bigger, and it's, funny enough, its autofocus also sucks. So guess what? I'd rather save the money and go on holiday or some kind of trip, and I will be shooting with this a lot more. So check out my Instagram, Hotshot Studio 01, and be sure to look out for some more photos that are going to be coming your way of me shooting with this camera. Keep shooting. Cheers.